Finally, we can use OpenAI's brand new image generator through an API, and it's absolutely incredible. We've been able to generate images like this, and in today's video, I'm going to walk you through how to build your very own AI agent in NA10 that will be able to automatically generate these images for you, no matter if you're using something like chat within NA10, or if you're triggering it through something like Slack to be able to use it that way as well. And this is fantastic for any of the marketing teams out there, or any of you that are trying to generate images for maybe LinkedIn or other social media platforms. Let's jump straight into a quick demo to see it in action. So we're going to run through two use cases today, one which is going to be able to trigger it through Slack, as well as be able to do it natively within NA10 itself. So what we'll be able to do is test workflow, and then we're going to come through and trigger it or send off our message, Now it should be able to capture it. So there we go. We've got our AI agent prompt in here. So this is going to be able to adapt whether it's going to be text-based or actually just a native image. As you can see here, this is just a cinematic motorbike in this use case, so we don't really require the text. We're going to be able to trigger it, send off the request, and we're going to be able to go through and use the chat version at the top here as well. And we'll just wait for our image to come back. There we go. So now it's converted it to file, and it's going to be able to upload it back into our chat with Slack on the left-hand side here. And as you go there, you can see on the left-hand side, I'll blow it up big in the middle of the screen so you can see it nice and easy. And we'll be able to go through and do the chat version as well. So I'll paste our prompt in there. We'll be able to send this off. As you can see here, it's now correctly identified that because we're doing a poster, we're going to need some text in there. So it's come down to the bottom and it's rewritten the prompt for us. So we're going to get a really good output from our chat agent to be able to generate that poster. This is the best thing about the new OpenAI module, is you're going to be able to get that really good text output like the examples we showed earlier. And we'll walk you through exactly how you can build it yourself. We'll just wait for this to come back. There we go, all complete. And if we open this up, what we'll be able to do is view. And as you can see on the right-hand side here, a very good image to be able to use as that poster. Again, that text is excellent. I think this is market leading at the moment for around that text image generation. So stay tuned to see how we build this, as well as some pricing towards the end as well. Brilliant. And if you want to get access to any of the resources that we run through today, all you need to do is come across to our community. We've just updated it. We've got lots of new content on the way as well. You need to come down to where we've got image generation. We'll have generate amazing images with NA10 and ChatGPT. You'll be able to download the blueprint there, as well as all of the different prompts we're going to use. You'll need to come into a new instance, and then all you need to do is come across and then import from file. And there you go. It'll be all loaded up for you straight away so that you'll be able to go and use it. But as mentioned, we're going to go through and build it from scratch together today. So let's get rid of all of that. And we're going to start with our chat generation version. So we'll come through and do chat. We're going to do chat trigger. We're going to come through and then pull that down a bit further. We're going to go and do a basic LLM first. The reason we're going to do this is because we want to identify if there's going to be text involved or no text involved, just because we're going to change the prompt slightly to get that better output. We'll come through and we'll add our OpenAI account in here as well. If you've not done this before, you need to come into Playground OpenAI. You need to come across into your dashboard, API keys, and then create a new key. What we're also going to need to do is also make sure that we've got our organization is verified. So as you can see here, organization general, you need to make sure you're verified. Otherwise, this isn't going to work today. We'll come back into our environment. We're going to come across. We'll open this up. We're going to add our prompt in here. We're going to do a system prompt and we're going to paste it in there. We'll open this up, or let's just repaste it so we can see it. As you can see here, I won't read through all of it, but you'll get access to it in the resources. What we're basically saying is we want to identify if text is required or if text is not required so that we can go through and generate the correct response with the correct prompt. We'll come through and we'll just change this. There we go. Now we can come through and we're going to use a switch module. And what we're looking for is the output of the module before to either be with text or without text. So we can say no text required, or we can come down here and we can say text required. We're also going to copy this and paste this into the values, because what we're basically saying is if the output says it needs text, we'll need to switch up the top. If it doesn't, then we'll come down the bottom. So what we'll do is we'll give this a quick chat. So we'll say a dog in a space suit. We'll be able to send this off. Or it looks like we've got an issue here. I think this is our OpenAI key. So we'll just go through and make sure that we're all connected. There we go. So we're all connected now. And as you can see here, we've now got no text required, just needed to go through and update the API key there. So what we can do now is put across the text. And what we're basically saying is that we've either got text not required or required. So now, as you see here, because of the request being a dog in a spacesuit, we can see that no text is required. So we're going to go through this top module here. And that's why we've got the green one there. Now what we're going to go through and do is go advanced AI. We're going to come down and do our AI agents. And then we're going to do 2 of these. So we'll just come through and duplicate that so that we're going to go through and do exactly the same for each one. The only part we're going to change is the prompt that we're going to use. So in the middle, we're going to come through and use our OpenAI chat again. We're going to use our ChatGPT 4.0 mini just to keep it nice and cheap for the cost of how we're going to be running it today. We'll just rename this to image prompt gen. We'll be able to come onto the top and rename this to no text required. And we'll come down the bottom and say text required. There we go. Now we'll be able to connect up our image prompt LLM to both of these. So that makes it nice and easy. And we'll be able to do chat as well. So we'll do chat history. We're going to need to do define below. And I'm going to use the session ID as the key. And we'll do exactly the same from the bottom here. Pull that up. So now both of them are going to be coming into the center one, and we'll rename it to chat history. There we go. So now let's start going through and adding in our prompts. So what we're going to do is come down, define below. We're going to put across our chat message. We're then going to come down to option, do system message. We're going to paste in our prompt here. We'll do expression. We'll copy all of this and we'll do paste. Again, all of this is in the resources, or you can stop and read through it. We're basically just giving it a really clear prompt on how best to generate an output with ChatGPT's image generator. And at the bottom here, we've passed in that customer request. So again, we can get rid of this. We can put across to the right-hand side. And now, as you can see on the right-hand side, one of the features I love about NA10, as you can see here, we can now see that the actual request would be dog in a spacesuit. This is going to go through and improve our prompt. So now if I go through and do test step, what we should see is a much better input that we can use with our OpenAI image generator. So there we go. As we can see here, a much more detailed prompt. That's really great. That's what we want. Now we're going to go through and change it for our ChatGPT with text as well. So we'll come down and do image. This is one of the great things about the new image data is how powerful it is. So again, we'll paste our prompt in here. And there we go. And now what we can see here is, again, we'll just get rid of all of this information and we'll put across the chat input. So again, we'll be able to go through and use this. This is a slightly tweaked prompt because it's going to make sure we get the most out of having that high quality images like the ones on screen now, so that it's really clear and usable for that use case that we have. We'll also need to go through and change our chat input. So what we're going to do is come back to the start. We're going to say a poster for the Formula One in Monaco. We'll be able to send this off. Now it should come through. And as you can see here, it says that text is required. We'll be able to come down, define below, and then put across our chat input. And again, we should have a much better output if I just rerun this. There's going to be a much better detailed and clearer output. So as we can see here, create an image exciting Formula One race, speeding around, text in the background. So again, this is much better. But what we need to do now is come down here and we're going to do HTTP, make a HTTP request. We'll change this to post, and then we're going to connect this up as well. So what it will do is no matter which pathway it goes through, we'll be able to generate our image. Now, where do we get this information from? Well, I'll come across to the documentation, which I'll include in the link below. And as you can see here, this has got everything for how we generate it. And this is the key part here. So what do we need? Well, we're going to need our authorization. We can copy this curl, come back into our agent, and then import from curl if we want. And we'll just remove this bit at the end here. We'll be able to do import. So now what we'll be able to go through and do is change some of these elements in here. So as you can see, we've got where we're going to be sending it. So this is going to be our HTTP post request. We're going to need our new authorization API. So to do that, we're going to come across to Playground, create a new key. We'll do image gen. We'll be able to send that off, copy, and then come back across. We'll be able to paste in here. Now what we'll be able to do is, again, we've got that model. We've got ChatGPT image one. But if we come back to the documentation, as you can see here, you can use DALL-E or the other ones if you wanted to instead. We'll come down here. This is where we've got the prompt. So again, we need to come through and just be able to pull it across. And that's where if we come across, I'm just giving it a quick run, we'll be able to import our module. Again, that looks much better on the left-hand side here. And we'll be able to go through and do test step. And now what this will be able to do is generate the image for us. As you can see here, executing the node. And if you stay tuned for a little bit later, I'll run through some of the pricing that sits around this as well. So we'll just wait for this to come back. And there we go. We've got our response back. Now, if you open this up, it will slow it down slightly, but I'll just show you what we're looking for is this B64 JSON so that we can go through and use that in the next step. And all we need to do is binary. We're looking for convert to file. We'll do move base 64, which is that B64 we saw from earlier. We'll pull that across. Now we'll be able to do test step, and we'll be able to see the output that we get because it's going to download it for us to be able to see it. So now if we do view, there we go. That's what we can see. I think that looks absolutely fantastic. I'll also put on screen one that we generated a bit earlier so that you can compare them. Again, that prompting showing how you can show the different styles. Again, this text here is absolutely fantastic. I think it's leading at the moment, and this is one of the best parts around OpenAI's new image generator. But again, this isn't going to save the image. So if you wanted to do that, you need to come through and add a Google Drive element or anything else, because once you click away from it or once you end that scenario, it's going to lose all of that data. That's a really quick version just to go through in the chat. Now I'm going to show you how to be able to use it with Slack. So to do that, you want to come down to add node. We're going to do Slack. We'll come into here. We'll come down to where we've got our chat. We've got our message in a channel. We'll be able to come through and add in some credentials. So to do that, all we need to do is come into here. We'll do create new credential, and then we'll be able to rename this to our image gen. And we're going to need to add our access token in here. And to do that, we want to come across to Slack. I'll include it around the API link below. We're going to do create a new app, start from scratch, and we'll be able to add it to our workspace. Then we do create an app. And as we can see here, we're now logged in. We need to come down to OAuth and permissions. We're going to come down and give it some scopes in here, the bot token scopes. There we go. I'll add all of these in. Again, the key on at the bottom here is that files right, so that we're going to be able to go through and add our image back into the chat. What we'll then do is come back up to the top. We'll do install into our environment, come through and do allow. This is going to basically add it to our workspace. We'll get our bot token. We'll be able to copy this, come back across, paste in here, do save, and now it will be accessible. What we do need to do though is go through and get our test URL, our test webhook. If you're doing it in production, you need to come across to production, come out of here, activate the scenario, and you'll be able to use it. But let's come back into our environment. We're going to come down to where we've got our image generation. We'll be able to get our test URL. We'll come back across to our agent. We're going to come across to event subscriptions in Slack. We'll turn it on. We'll paste in there. So now what we should be able to do is get it verified. We're going to need to come back and just do test step in Slack, and then we'll retry again. And what it should do is it comes through as verified. Again, if you're doing it in production, make sure to come back, activate your scenario, and you'll be able to use it that way instead. Now, what it will be able to do is listen for events within specific ones. So what we need to come down here is we're going to do app mentions as well as message. And we've got two here, one which is a direct message. What we can also do is message and then come down and we're going to do message was posted in a channel. We can do save. It's going to ask us to reinstall it. So we just come up to the top, we do allow, and it will just re-give our bot access to what we need it to. So now if I come back in, what we'll be able to do is give it a quick test. So there we go. We're all loaded up again. Now we can come down to the left-hand side. We can do test. And what we should be able to do is get the message in here as well. What we may need to do is just come through and get our YT image gen. We're going to need to add that in, and then we'll do add to channel. There we go. So now it's added in. So now if we do test step, we'll be able to say test, and it should come through and pull it for that information. So there we go on the right-hand side here. As we can see, we've now got the text of test. So that's how we can now go through and be able to generate our images. The next one I'm going to generate for us is going to be one where we're going to be able to basically, no matter if it's requesting text or if it's requesting no text, we'll be able to generate an image for it. So we'll come down here, we'll define below. Our prompt is going to be this text one here. We'll pull that across. We'll add in our system message. And then as I'll show here, we're basically going to be passing it in so that the agent can go through and actually write the prompt for us, exactly as we had before. So now if we do test, or it looks like we forgot to add our memory, so we'll just add in our OpenAI. There we go. Again, using ChatGPT 4o mini, and we'll come through and do simple memory. So again, for this, we'll do define below. I'm going to use the channel as just the key so that we can go through and use that as need be. There we go. And we'll just rename this as well to our multi-image prompt. And now what we'll be able to do is give this a test. So if we do test step again, it should come through and give us a much better output that we'll be able to use with our HTTP request to go and generate those images. So as we can see here, we've now got a great image, as we can see, to be able to use it. So what we're going to do just for time is we're going to come back across. We're going to be able to duplicate these two nodes. We'll bring them down. All we're going to do is come back into where we've got our HTTP request. We're going to come down to where we've got our JSON output, make sure that it's using the one from before. Again, to check, put it across, and we'll see if it's working. We're also going to be able to convert from file, and we're going to need a Slack trigger at the end. So let's just give this a quick test. We had the example prompt in there already that was around generating a vibrant city night sky, bustling twilight cozy cafe by the looks of it. We're going to be able to go down and convert that file. And whilst this is going through, we'll also go and add on our Slack message at the end as well to get it back into our chat from earlier. So there we go. We've now got our response back. So if we come back into convert a file, we'll be able to do test step so that we can download that exact image, and then we'll be able to pass it back into our chat. So there we go. That looks like a very nice evening wherever it is. And we can come across, we can do Slack, we'll do Slack. And then what we're going to do is file, we're going to do upload a file. We're going to come back through and come down to channel name, and we're going to come back to schema. We're going to basically say that we wanted to go into image generation, or if you wanted to, on the left-hand side here, you'd be able to pull this back across so that it would go into that specific channel that maybe if you have your agent working across multiple different ones. So now if we do test step, what we should see on the left-hand side here is in a second that uploaded image. So we've got the confirmed on the right-hand side here. It should come through. There we go. So now we've got ability to use it directly in Slack straight away. So imagine using this with your own marketing team in a closed house environment, not training on your data. That's great. That's exactly what you want. And for those of you wondering about the price, if we come back across, we'll come a bit further down the documentation. There's lots of information in here around the sizing, some other features we've got access to. If we come a bit further down, we can see the pricing page. If we open that up, we'll come across and we'll be able to see here that we've got our images. So image tokens, so it's going to be $10 per million tokens input and $40 per million output. And if we come a bit further down where we've got the images, we've got, as you can see here, ChatGPT image 1, quality low, medium or high. And I'll put some prices on screen now, just so that you can see the rough price that it would be for a low, medium or high quality image if you were to go through and generate it. That's been a really quick video just on how to leverage the brand new ChatGPT image generator API. Stay tuned for more around AI agents, automation, and have a great day.